Hello, welcome to Cbfu from the shop, live or live-ish from Manifest Comics in Bayonne, New Jersey. This is comics for the week, or these are comics from the week of July 20th, 2016. Frey's not here, as usual. I guess he's becoming a new Jared, but
what is he, wrestling talking today?
I don't know if he's wrestling talking or I don't know, just like hanging out and
that's okay.
Carlos. That's fine.
That's
fine.
cool.
We miss you.
That's
Come
cool.
back soon. Yeah, so we got 4 books from a pretty big week. You want to start?
Sure. I'll start with, this is Snot Girl #1.
That's the name of the book.
Yes, it is.
Snot
This is
Girl.
Snot Girl #1 by Brian Lee O'Malley
Scott
on
Pilgrim.
writing, Scott Pilgrim, and Leslie Hung on art. And I wasn't sure what to expect with this book when I first heard about it. I'm still not sure what to expect with this book after reading it.
Yeah.
It's not bad. I enjoyed like the characters and the dialogue, but I'm not sure where it's going at all.
Yeah, no, me neither. It takes you for a ride. It definitely does. It starts off in one kind of book, which I wasn't sure. Like normally, like the way the book starts, it would be one of those books where I say it's for somebody, but not for me. And then, but it's still like it was written well enough, it was drawn well enough to keep me engaged. And then by the end of the book, it's something completely different, and I dug it actually.
Yeah, no, I have no idea where it's going, but I like his stuff from Scott Pilgrim, and he also did another graphic novel. I think it was Seconds.
Yeah, that was good.
That was really good too. So I like his stuff in the past, so I'm definitely willing to like see where he goes with it.
Yeah.
But I have no idea where he's going.
Me neither, but I'm okay with that. I didn't know where Scott Pilgrim was going when I first started that either.
This basically
it's
is
very kinetic.
Yeah, it's very it's also very like modern with like the texting and like abbreviated text.
But in a better way than they sometimes do.
Yeah, it seems like
sometimes they just like overdoing it. It's like BRBL, you know.
Yeah, no, it seems like it did too because these characters would naturally do that.
Yeah.
It's this the main character is this she's a fashion blogger. I think most of the characters in this are fashion bloggers. And she has really, really bad allergies. And that's basically where the character starts. And they introduced her and her friends, and she gives her friends nicknames. And it was a fun book. And I don't know where it's going, but I would be along for the ride.
Me too. It's fun.
I would give it 7 out of 10 Lugos.
7 out of 10 Lugos? That seems fair. That seems fair. I'd probably give it the same. I got 2 Rebirth books this week. First one I'll review is Batgirl and the Birds of Prey. It is a new Birds of Prey book by 2 authors I don't know, Julie Benson and Shauna Benson.
They are writers on the CW show on the 100.
Okay. I liked some Birds of Prey books I've read by Gail Simone. They were good. It's Batgirl, for you don't know, it's Batgirl. Usually Black Canary and usually Huntress. Sometimes they throw in another character or 2. And I didn't have any expectations for the book at all. I haven't been following Batgirl since the redesign and whatnot, so I don't know exactly what's going on. I know there's some confusion with her past and what happened to her. I read an article about that the other day. But it's good. It's it's very reminiscent of the Gail Simone, but at the same time it's kind of a fresh start on the whole thing because was there a Birds of Prey?
There was, but Batgirl wasn't really involved.
Yeah,
she wasn't involved with it. It was sort of like Black Canary's team.
Yeah, and that one isn't that good. I didn't think that one was that good.
I
think this one is more in line with the Gail Simone book, and the art is pretty good. Again, I don't know the artist either, but I mean it was a good book. I enjoyed it. It wasn't my favorite Rebirth. It was probably one of the lower tier of the Rebirth books, but even lower tier, it was still enjoyable. Claire Rowe is the artist. What do you think?
I thought it was okay. I liked the last Black Canary book to start with, but then as it went on, I sort of like lost interest in it. Yeah. And this, it doesn't do enough for me to really want to buy a Batgirl and the Birds of Prey book. It's okay. It's not bad. If you're really a fan of Birds of Prey, I'm assuming you'll enjoy this. But for me, it just wasn't enough to capture my interest.
Yeah. Is this the only Batgirl book that's going on?
No, there's another.
There's another Batgirl book.
Yeah, there's another. And the other Batgirl books can have the American Vampire artist,
that's
Raphael
really cool. That's really cool.
on art, which is the main draw for me.
Yeah, I mean, like it wasn't great, but it wasn't bad. I didn't think.
Yeah, no, it wasn't bad.
It was good enough. I think.
It just sort of was there.
Yeah, I would give it 6 out of 10 Lugos. I think 5 or 6 out of 10. Split 5.5. Split the difference. But if you're a fan of the Birds of Prey books, if you're a fan of Batgirl, Huntress, Black Canary, I would say give it a shot.
Okay, our next book, this is a new book from Dark Horse. This is called Black Hammer by Jeff Lemire and with an art by Dean Ormston. And this was solicited a while ago, and then it sort of got delayed, and now it's finally coming out, and I really enjoyed it. Jeff Lemire is like doing some really good work right now. He's got Old Man Logan and Moon Knight for Marvel, which are both just excellent books. He's got
Bloodshot.
from Valiant Bloodshot, and he does the occasional like mini from there too. So he's just working like on all cylinders. I just really like his work, and this is no different. This Dean Ormstrom, he's done a bunch of Hellboy, I think.
Yeah, it looks
like BPRD. It's just a cool concept with some interesting characters. It's sort of like if you remember the old JSA book where they were stuck on this like limbo world after Crisis, like this like limbo Asgard thing.
I don't remember.
That was a while ago, a long time ago. This reminds me of that. These like superheroes who are fighting this cosmic villain, and then they seemingly sacrifice themselves to save the day, but in fact they were like moved to this like sort of like Twilight Zone-y town kind of thing.
I don't know if we know enough about it to call it Twilight Zone-y.
This seems
It seems like a
weird
normal
town.
farm town.
Yeah.
They're the weird ones.
Yeah, that's true.
It seems like a normal town to me.
But just some cool characters.
Yeah.
And I enjoyed it.
Yeah, I liked it a lot. I thought it was probably the best of the week, as far as I'm concerned. Jeff Lemire, like Isaac said, is fantastic, except for that one unfortunate Justice League run that he had.
See, I think he was just having a tough time.
Yeah.
But I don't blame him for that. I think.
But no, it's a phenomenal book. I think Dark Horse is lucky to have it because Dark Horse, they have,
He's also doing
some solid
Descender.
books.
He's doing a lot of books. He's doing a lot of books. He's doing Descender too.
They're all good.
Yeah.
But like Dark Horse doesn't have as many books as they used to because they lost Star Wars.
Yeah.
So the fact that they have this book about like Isaac gave you the description. It's just a really good story. It does like vaguely feel Twilight Zone-y because the characters, they're weird superheroes, they're not normal superheroes. But I'm on board. It's really good.
Yeah, no, it really makes you want to know like what more about these characters.
Yeah.
There's this robot and his like partner, like an Adam Strange type
Yeah,
guy.
there's like a Martian Manhunter. There's like they're analogs, but they're it's interesting.
Yeah, it's really
I like
cool
it.
characters.
Yeah.
And that's the main draw of this book is just some really interesting characters.
Well written.
Yeah. I would give it an 8 out of 10.
Yeah, that sounds about right. Last book of the week that we're going to review is Hellblazer, John Constantine. It is by. Are you checking?
Yeah.
Oh, good for you. Did it say anything on it? It's by Simon Oliver.
Looks like it's still from.
Yeah, if it would say this is
it's still from.
Simon Oliver. Did he write the last series?
Oh, no.
Oh, okay. No? Somebody else?
That was
I don't know
Vertigo.
I don't know who Simon Oliver is then, really.
He's written some Vertigo books.
All right. What do you say? But I thought it was really good. I thought it was a really, really good first issue. It really gets down to who the character of John Constantine is. It doesn't pull its punches as far as his less good qualities, I guess. And it's just a really good story of his return to England. And there's some guest stars in it from other DC corners of the universe. But I was on board the whole book. The art is it's not great, but it's good art. It fits the story. And yeah, I was on board. I can't remember.
Moritat?
Oh, Moritat. Yeah.
Oh, it's
one
like
word.
like one
word.
one name.
It's like
Like
Prince.
Madonna.
Yeah.
Prince.
What'd you think? I thought.
I enjoyed it. I
Yeah.
thought it reminded me of a little of the TV show, a little bit,
Okay.
a little bit.
Better than the TV show, I thought.
Yeah, I mean, well, yeah. But it was a good story, a good introduction to the character for people who maybe never heard of the character.
But it wasn't like boring for people who have heard of the
Yeah,
character.
no, it was a fun one shot with the character,
Right.
which is probably what these rebirth one shots really should do.
Yeah, get you in. It drew me in more than the Batgirl. Again, it wasn't one of my favorite of the
Yeah,
rebirth
no.
books. But
I would say it's like
very good.
mid tier of the rebirth.
I would say
books.
like kind of high mid tier
Yeah.
maybe. Yeah, I liked it a lot.
Okay.
I think it's better than the TV show. I think if the TV show was like this, we'd have a better show. It might have. I don't know if it would have lasted, but it would have been better. But yeah, I would give that 7 out of 10 logos. I think And that's it. That's it for this week from the shop. Come to the shop, get these 4 books. Get some of the other books that are here this week. There's a lot of them. I think Justice League came out, Batman came out.
Yeah,
a lot of books.
Superman. I think one of the Superman books that came out.
A lot of books coming out. If you like Rebirth, come to the shop. If you don't like Rebirth, still come to the shop.
Yeah.
There's a lot of good books. I think that's it.
Yeah.
We'll see you next week.
See you next week. Bye, bye, bye.